Hey fellow YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all having a good weekend. Well, I was until I saw this latest update around what MXC is doing. So in this video, I'm going to be providing an update regarding what the latest update is all about, rating my personal rating for the latest update, why I'm not a big fan, and my score for MXC. I did promise that my next video was going to be all about Akash, but unfortunately, because I saw this update, I felt like, I just needed to provide something that, put something out there. Again, this is not financial advice. This is all just for entertainment and educational purposes only. Right. Let's take a look at the latest update, shall we? Right, people. So what's this latest update all about, and why I believe it's actually a faux pas from MXC. Number one reason being, all of these came out of the blue. There was no consultation. There was absolutely nothing that was done to make people aware that we're actually planning of doing something. So people start getting prepared. People start getting ready, and we'll go through the updates, what the update is all about. But I just believe there was no consultation at all. And like a couple of other projects out there, if they wanted to do an update or something this big to their blockchain, they actually put consultation out there and people vote. If you've got a validator, you go to your validator, you vote and things like that. But out of the blue, they just decide to put out this update with no consultation. The other thing for me was, after the update, the updated app wasn't actually available on Google Play Store, and I had to use a APK link, or links that someone actually provided for updating my DataDash app. And I don't know if this is a good or a bad sign, but I've just taken it as a bad sign anyway. And it was just, like I said, poor communication about the update. People weren't made aware. They just decided to go ahead, do this update, and decided to just put it out there. And exactly what do you expect people to? How do you expect people to react if they've spent $3K for a single miner? And compared with other miners out there, $3K, $3,000 is a lot of money for some people, So spending that much money and you not being consulted on massive update like this for the regarding couple of things that was brought in, I just feel sorry for a couple of people that are gonna be that currently have 3, 4, 5 miners in their in their home. But anyway, let's have a look at the updates and you totally understand what I'm trying to say. Right. What are the updates all about? The first one being the uptime. You simply calculate the amount of time or percentage how reliable your miner is by seeing if it's been offline in the last 7 days. If it's been offline in the last 7 days, the percentage uptime is simply gonna go down from 100% to by depending on how many days or how many hours it's offline. It does the calculation to really give you the percentage value of how up your miner is. And GPS, it's simply, again, this is how strong your GPS signal of your miner, which is used to power the devices in your area, is. If the GPS is very strong, then it means IoT devices that are out there will be able to connect to your device, to your miner, which serves as the gateway. And then altitude, again, the higher the better. All of this, first three, they're absolutely good. You want miners to be up. You want them to have a strong GPS by placing them, outside of your building. And 3, you want them to be high up there. If you have a look at these phone signals, they right on the top of buildings. They have their own masts built for them. So the higher they are, the better the coverage for the area is. And I totally understand what MX is trying to do there. And then the orientation position of a miner is horizontal, is vertical, a couple of things like that. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4 I totally get. The 5th one is I just don't understand what they're trying to do here. Luckily enough for me, I was meant to buy one on Friday. I think that was the last time I put out my last video about MXC. I was meant to buy one, but I was suffering from bad hay fever because I've had it for my MXC M2 Pro mine. I've had it for like I believe 3 weeks now, and I was just really loving it, and I was thinking of buying another one. It's $3,000 is a lot of money, but simply because it's a multi-token miner, I was thinking of buying another one. And luckily enough, I didn't buy one on Friday. I mean, the proximity, you know, how close or far your miners are to each other is something MXC went to the top of the mountain to scream about, making people aware that you don't need to worry about how close your miners are, and compared to the other projects, and which didn't really make a lot of sense back then, because I'm thinking if you're trying to provide coverage, you need miners to be far, you know, apart from each other, rather than people having 10, 15, I don't know, 5 miners in a single location. But the reason I'm not happy about this is simply because they preached about this, you know, telling people that, you know, they don't need to worry, and all of a sudden, for them to then come out and say, you know what, you need to be 50 meters apart. You know, for someone with 2 or 3 miners, fair enough, not too bad. But for someone with 10 miners, and you know, they simply screwed. I mean, they simply screwed. And the other thing about this is they could have simply put out some communication out there to let people aware that this is going to be coming out in X amount of months. So people that have 10, 5, 15 miners in a single household will start planning about how they're going to spread all of this across. I mean, looking at the app, it doesn't look like it's active yet, but hopefully when we have a look at the app, and we're going to get into that. I mean, guys, comment below if I'm getting any of this wrong. You know, I'm simply learning about all of this as well. So if I did get anything wrong, please comment below and just let me know. And I mean, I would just feel sorry for, you know, these people. Look at that. You know, these individuals got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 9, 10 miners there. Oh boy, look at this individual. He's or she, they've got, well, close to over 20 miners there. Well, 20 on the wall, well over 20 on the wall, another 10, 15 just sitting right on the table there. Where the proximity, new proximity update. Oops, new proximity update on the app is gonna, you know, give them a lower score for those miners that, you know, that are not upright in a way. But it's all about the proximity here. These individuals got, let's say, 40 to 35 miners there, and MXC was banging the drum about proximity not being an issue, and you know, they've then now done a full 360 without doing a full consultation and giving people like this time to spread their miners across, spread it to their neighborhood, spread it to your friends, spread it to you around the city if they've got friends around the city. But look at this individual there. I mean, have a look at this as well. You know, this individual's got like what, about 10, 15 miners there, and you know, for them to just come out and just drop this out there without consulting with people. I mean, most people are simply, you know, they'll find a way to, you know, most people have, say, 3 to 5 miners, not, you know, this amount of miners. But MXC was banging a drum about proximity not being an issue, and for them to do a 360 now, they just like look like complete donkeys to me right now. And the last thing, you know, and you know, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Actually, miners having this own few BS to me, and you know, this is just complete BS. What this really means is, if you've got a miner, you then decide to withdraw the MXC or miners actually mined. When I mean withdraw, I'm not even talking about taking it out of the DataDash app and, you know, pushing the mine MXC to an exchange to sell. I'm simply talking about taking your mined MXC out, locking it up so you can then bond it to the DHX. Again, DHX is something complex, so you can then, you know, get some DHX. You get penalized for doing that. You know, this is just complete BS, because I've already paid 3K for miner, right? I should be able to do what I want with my MXC. Again, apparently this is all done so they could grow the network. But if you really want to grow the network, you don't want people to start cashing out early, there's so many ways, you know, that you could simply do this. You could, you know, things like staking offer a much more better APR. You know, we've seen Akash do it, we've seen Aave, we've seen Matic, with a couple of other projects out there do it. You know, you want people to actually stake and not withdraw MXC, then simply offer a much more better APR. I know there are a couple of disadvantages to that. You know, they have to find, I don't know, some MXC out there, but for you to actually penalize people that have decided, investors that have decided to spend over $3,000, which is, again, one of the most expensive gateways for IoT devices out there. You decide to penalize them for trying to take some profit. It's, for me, it's just ludicrous. It's just I don't know what to say. But anyway, I'm lucky I dodged bullets by not buying another one on Friday. I believe I'm just gonna keep these. Again, I'm in these for for a long term. I was looking at 4 to 5 years in a way. So I'm just gonna keep my single mine now, and see where it takes me, because in the long run, right, I've always said this is gonna be a 4 to 5 years project, but I just don't like the fact that you're trying to penalize people for trying to withdraw their own MXC, because what this really means is, if you was to withdraw your MXC now, right, so the effect of all of this update, if you was to try to withdraw your MXC, say your score, so your fuel score is below 100%, right, rather than having that $12 to $12 to $15 that you currently earn per day, if once you've withdrawn your mine MXC from miner to your wallet and then decide to do whatever you want with it, your daily reward will probably go down from $12-15 to about $8 a day. And that's simply because your fuel or whatever it is that the fuel in your car, the analogy they're trying to use, just bunkers out there. Again, this is just gone from passive income avenue to borderline Ponzi. I'm not calling it Ponzi scheme because I'm in it as well, but I just don't like the idea of the MXC organization doing the complete 360 and trying to penalize people for trying to withdraw their own mine token. There are a couple of other ways you could do this. Like I said, improve the reward on staking. You could there are a couple of other ways. People burn token, and then that actually increases the price of MXC. And if that's what you're trying to achieve, if people believe prices of MXC is going to increase, then they will stake and they will actually leave their MXC. But for you trying to penalize people for taking their profit out of MXC, I just believe it's borderline, crazy. But hey, that's my own personal opinion, and some people will criticize me. I'm in it for the long run. I've always said it's a 4 to 5, maybe 7 years what's it called for me, process for me. I'm not in it to simply take some profit, run away, and just it's just for me, it's just complete bunkers. But hey, anyway, let's have a look at the app itself, and we'll see what